Hey everyone, CPO here, and in this video, I'm going to cover something that I think will be helpful for many of you. I get contacted a lot about the fact that I use factory service manual information in my videos. So when I'm looking to, do something on the car, I might pull up a factory service manual spec and look at either the disassembly or assembly instructions, or I might look at, in particular, I use it a lot for torque specs and whether or not certain bolts need to be replaced if they're one-time use bolts. So I get those, and you can see I've got a variety of them here. I get those from Volkswagen, actually, and I'm going to show you how you can get them. It does cost money to do it legally. You might be able to find them if you do a Google search for Volkswagen factory service manuals. Some people have posted Dropbox links. But I'm going to show you why it makes sense to go grab the specific manuals for your vehicle, because some of the changes that happen from year to year may not be reflected in an older version factory service manual. And some of the factory service manuals are good for a large variety of vehicles. As a matter of fact, we go back to, suspension, wheels, and steering. You can see here, this is from, a 2013 model year, 2017, 2014. It was updated in January of 2023. So for example, you've got here the final drive repair manual for Golf R models specifically included in this, and this is 2019 Golf R is what I have. So this was published in 2020. So there are going to be some things like that you can get if you focus in on your specific vehicle. So it's cheap. It's cheaper than actually going and buying a generic service manual that you could get at like the auto parts store. Used to be like Chilton's were big and a variety of other manufacturers. But these are the factory service manuals straight from Volkswagen. It's what their technicians use when they do repairs. So it really does make sense to start here. So I'm at irwin.vw.com, and this is the home page. I have not logged in. I want to show you what you can see before you log in, and then I will show you what you can see without your VIN number versus with your VIN number if you want to provide that. And then I'll show you how you can subscribe to this service for 1 day for $35. So $35 gives you a day's access, and then you can download everything that you need for your particular vehicle, all the service manuals, and then your subscription expires. If you want to access other vehicles than your own, you can access a whole bunch of stuff. And if you want to come back later and get more stuff, you can. There's no reason you can't resubscribe. But anyway, we're going to go here to service information, and you can see here our options. We can do a guided search, a manual search, or by VIN. Guided search will give you some guidance based on year and then model, Golf R. And then you can choose the category of information you want, or you can just leave it and search for everything. So if I choose repair manual, it will give me another option that I could drill down. And if I'm looking just for the drivetrain, then hit search. I'll show you this real quick and then I'll back out of it. It will give me factory repair manual information specific to the drivetrain on a 2019 Golf R. However, you can just come up here at category 1 and choose category 1 and then hit search, and it will show you everything that's available. In this case, there are 270 items found. Probably not going to need all of these. So what I usually do is just come in here and go to repair manual and then hit search at that level. I don't go to a sub level of category 2. And then that gives me 30 items. Now it's only displaying 25 by default, so I'll just bump that up to 50. So I see everything on the screen. And you can see here, these are basically the factory service manual documents that you'll want. And that's actually what I have previously downloaded here. So body exterior, boom, this is it, published in 2023, and this is what I use if I'm looking for how to do something. So I'm just basically downloading them from here. Now you can see I'm not logged in, so it tells me the document type, and then I have a hyperlink, and then I have a little information logo here. So actually go back to body exterior since we just opened that. If I click the link, it just tells me more information about this document. It's not super helpful. However, if you go back and click the I, it will basically open up the table of contents page, the first few pages of the document, so you can see what type of information you're going to get with that document. It's kind of nice if you just want to get a quick look. It's the same as opening up the document and then just having, like I said, the first few pages. But you don't get to drill down into the actual document with that info page. But that's okay, because we're going to download it. So the other thing you have here are technical bulletins. These are things that could be useful or helpful, how-tos, informationals, things like that. You've got vehicle data, which you need to provide a VIN for, and then you've got campaigns, which you also need to be providing a VIN for. So with that said, you have to log in to create a VIN search. So I'll do that here in a second. The first thing I want to do, though, is show you manual search. It's basically the same thing, except the drop downs don't walk you through. You can just come right in here and do things. If you know your engine code or your transmission code, you can just plug it in right there. If you just have a keyword that you're looking for, you can do that there. So it doesn't really matter. Guided search or manual search, pretty much the same for me. So let me go ahead and log in here. And now that I'm logged in, and I do have a subscription for 1 day, just so I can show you guys, I've got this pop up here that I have to click on. I'm not going to deal with my password questions right now. And so basically now I have opened up the opportunity for a VIN search. I'm going to go ahead and clear all these things out. All right, so let me plug in a VIN, and I'll show you why it might be helpful to plug in a VIN. So I plugged in my VIN, and now you can see I have additionally iWire plus campaigns plus I have something in vehicle data information. So this gives me information very specific to my VIN number, my vehicle, what options I have. So for example, disc brakes in front or rear, like this 1KY, I'm going to copy that. If I'm looking at doing brakes, it might be helpful to know what type of brakes I actually have on my vehicle. So going back to I'm going to open up the brake systems, and I can just do a quick search here for 1KY. And you can see there is information specific to the 1KY type of brake, which is what I have. Now I selected that as the rear, 1LM is the front. I'm just going to choose that. And then if I'm doing Control F to get to a search, and then pasting 1LM, then I can get to the 1LM brakes. And you can see here, the 1LM brakes tell me that it's actually brakes PC57, C60, or PC60, depending on your situation. I bet I have these right here. Yeah, PC60s. And I see that because it has the Golf R badge here. It's got the wear indicators on the front brake pads. So either way, that's a little bit about how you might use vehicle information, and also how I would use the service manual since we're at it. But you get that by plugging in your VIN. The other thing you get here are campaigns. You can see here I have 2 campaigns. These are basically recalls. And one of them is a gear shift cover trim, which many of you are happy about. I don't have that issue in my car yet, so I still haven't taken this in to get fixed. And then there's also a TPMS software update for my vehicle. The other cool thing is iWire, which takes you to a different website as long as you still have your subscription active, and it will allow you to navigate your wiring diagrams in a really cool way, challenging to understand and learn how to trace wires through a wiring diagram. But it is here and it is available to you as long as you have your subscription. But you don't actually have to do your wiring diagram through there. You can come back here. Let's go back to the let's go back to repair manual wiring diagrams right here. So if I hit search, you can see here I have wiring diagrams and component locations. Now that I'm logged in though, I also have two buttons here. One of them is to view and one of them is to download. So if I want to view it, it's going to open up a new window, display the PDF. I just want to download it. So I'm going to add it to my folder. I don't think I have this one actually right now. Hit save. Oh, I do have it. So, oh well, I guess I don't need to save that. But that's how you would save it and download it. And then, of course, I can go in and open that. And that looks like this. It's very similar to what you see on that iWire, except you just have it in pages that you can trace. So this has been useful for me in tracing connectors and things like that as I've been working on my car. All right, so now let's see. I've shown you. You can show the document, how to download the document, how to get information about the document, how to look at the table of contents of the document. Sales type could be helpful, I guess. Not entirely sure. I mean, I guess it's helpful in this regard. If you go back to vehicle data, sales type, I have BQ1 RST. So BQ1, if I look at all these documents, because I've already put in my VIN, it's giving me documents associated with my vehicle already. So you can see here all these sales types, most of them are going to have a BQ1 somewhere in there. Yeah, right here, BQ1, 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 BQ1. It's because I put in my VIN. It knows which vehicle documents go to me. If I have a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed DSG, I can choose which transmission. There's one specific to our models here that I also grabbed. And you can just grab all these. Just go down here and click save and then download to your heart's content. Hit save and download. You can do as many downloads as you want as long as your subscription is active. And you don't necessarily have to just look for your vehicle. I can come over here and start all over with a guided search and say, let's start at 1994. What models? GTI Jetta, USA. And then look at repair manual information for a 1994 GTI. Now there's not much in there, but there is something in there. So if you were curious about an older vehicle or a different vehicle, you could definitely poke around in there a little bit. All right. So how to get your subscription. My subscription expires in 22 hours. I will replay some video where I did the subscription. So basically, I did when I went to search by VIN and I hit search, it popped up and said, hey, you need to have a subscription, and gave me the option of a 1 day, a 3 day, a 1 month, or a 1 year. So obviously, it doesn't take me more than a day to go through and grab all of the documents that I'm looking to grab. I'm just updating. A lot of these have been released since I last did the download a couple of years ago. Some of them as recently within the last couple of months. So I just wanted to make sure I have the most current information. And then I can also look at some of the technical bulletins that have come out since I last looked at this. So you do your subscription, throw in a credit card number, valid for the time period that you have established, and then, yeah, go to town, downloading. That's the legal way to do it. I think that's the right way to do it. It gives you the most accurate information specifically for your vehicle. And yeah, that's how I do it. So that is why I have some of those torque specs and process procedure step actions in my videos is because I go and I grab them straight from VW. Anyway, guys, that's it. Hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.